So the only weird thing about filming outside is like all the different noises you hear, you know, like what I thought were cicadas were squirrels. You know, like I didn't know that, so you know, you can't take the squirrel noise out because I got an entire population of them in the trees around my house. Because I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hickory nut trees. So they munch down. Well, this is the trim. I just trimmed it up. And it's low on fluid or something, so I guess I should do that again. That was the first time after it's sitting for a little while, you know. I mean, like overnight. So, okay. But I'm gonna put some fluid to it. I don't see any leaks on any of the seals. So hear that? Well, you hear the plane. I mean, you can almost hear the hydraulic fluid pushing through the line. I went and got, you can go to Walmart and get some trim fluid. Some of these are ATF, you know, you put ATF plus 4 in them. Like most of the, there's a train horn. Yeah, it's early this morning. I mean, if we needed to, we could, you know, flip it up. We got safety. This is our fill. So we'll open her up, and you heard a little psh. So, see a little air in her. But I got this this little deal. It's just a, you know, an oil pump. So for the Mercs, you know, you can go get. I mean, you got XPS is a good brand. I generally just do this on the Mercuries. But I get power tilt and trim fluid, and that's what I've been doing. Our Walmart has it, like our Academy doesn't. Bass Pro has it, but it was pretty expensive. I don't remember how much it was, but it was expensive. You know, where else did I check? You know, a few other places, auto parts stores. You know, obviously I could get it online. The dealers have him, you know, like if you have any marine dealers. So, you know, like in Nashville, we got a lot, so I could just go over there and get it too. But Walmart, now Performance Tech, it was like a clear, and they had it on the shelf, and it was only like a couple of bucks a bottle, which was real good for like your steering systems. This stuff is specifically says trim and tilt, so we'll have to get, you know, for the steering system, I'll have to get, see if I can find some of that performance stuff. It's clear, and that'll work for his C-Star. I mean, it looks like a C-Star to me, and I'm sure we need to add oil to that. But so anyway, I've got just my little pump assembly, you know, oil pump, and then I've got this trim and tilt fluid in it. Anyway, that's fine. This dirt would say that's fine. Anyway, I'm gonna try to fill it up with some fluid. Now this XPS brand was like $8 a bottle. I just think that's kind of outrageous. but we'll just fill him up. And what almost has like that, you know, brake fluid smell. If you ever smelled brake fluid, you know what I'm talking about. That one's full. Let's just do it again. You'll see. It's just running down. So that's how to overfill it. So we're gonna let it kind of settle out. Okay, so I put some fluid in it. Now let's cycle her up and down a couple times. It's out a little better. So you want it up in the air when you open this up. If you had it kind of lowered, it would be under pressure, and you'll hear it. This is hopefully going to get some of the air out. Trip limit switch is working. Alright. We'll cycle it like a couple times. It seems pretty elementary. I don't know. You guys might be like, it's just a messy job. I mean, you know, just keep cycling it up and down several times and you'll get the air out of it. You know, if you got to go through a little extra of the trim fluid, then I say it's worth it. But since it's been sitting for a while, I can definitely tell that, you know, that fluid a little old, you know, but you know, we could have flushed it, like take out the manual release and just dumped all the oil out of there. I don't know. Seems to be doing pretty good. The thing about flushing it is that then you gotta spend, it costs you quite a bit on fluid. If the fluid, you can kind of cycle it through, you know, like, see, this is starting to clean up some. You know, yeah, we've got some bubbles in it. You know, it doesn't look great, but it's mostly like just bubbles. So I don't know if you can see that. It's still got, you know, viscosity to it. I think like flushing it is maybe overkill. But you could always at some point like flush it, I suppose. I don't know. It's one of those, I'm gonna have to make a call on this. Like, do I want to go ahead and flush it or wait? And you know, it's I mean, it's doing its job. Just probably could use a flush. But Are we going to see a lot of results from it? I don't think so. So there's the manual relief valve. So I could, like, you know, I opened up the fill. I could, if I wanted to, I could go ahead and, you know, we could release this valve. And what's going to happen is it's going to drain all the fluid out. Okay, so I'm not sure what to do here. I'm thinking about it. Like, it probably does need a flush. And I think that's going to really, you know, dictate what we do. Because it's filled up right now and it's working, but I can hear just a slight, and it's a tone of it. That's what I mean. Like, it's the tone of this motor going up and down. You know, it just sounds like it needs a flush. It needs good new fluid in it, just brand new fluid. But we can listen to it and we can hear it, so it works. This is alright. So anyway, it's pretty good, really. I'm not sure, again, you know, like, what to do with that, because it's working pretty good. I think one thing I will say is if you let it set for a little while, let all the air is like, it's compressed that old fluid. So if you give it a little while to settle out, the air is going to raise up to that fill hole, and we can crack that again, and then we can let some of that out of there. Now, you know, you're not going to get all the old fluid by just keep putting and adding fluid and all that stuff. The only way to do that is to crack that. You know, you want to put your motor, you want to put it in the lock position. You want to take the C-clip out, open up your drain your main release valve, and then just take the valve out. You can open up your fill hole too. It'll help. It'll open up your fill hole first, then take out your drain plug, right? And then it'll drain out good. And then when you're done, you're gonna have to, like, you know, you can push on your pistons a little bit to try to get some of that fluid out of there. Anyway, you're gonna have to fill it with fluid, and it's always a process of, like, add more fluid. It is a process, and it takes a while. I would say, anyway, I don't know if I want to do a complete change. I'm gonna let it set, then we're gonna see if we can get some more of the air out of there, and then see how it does. All right, until next time.